All right, Shalom, Mike. And first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches his word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to title this lesson, the finale, which ultimately the finale is America being overthrown in a violent way, man, by the way of this thermonuclear war, you know. And this is pretty much how the so-called white man got into power by the way of violence. So pretty much, you know, Yahweh Shemel Shai is a power of, balance. He's a balanced power. So that's how the way this man is going to be taken out. Matter of fact, I'm going to start off with this in Revelation, the 18th chapter. And in verse 21. It said, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea. See? And what happens if you throw a rock in the water? It actually looks like a form of a mushroom cloud, man. You know? So that's what's going to happen to Babylon, man. You know? In other parts of the world as well. But ultimately, Babylon, America, which this whole land is going to be desolate, man. You know? It's not going to be just Georgia left here in America, man. Or damn Washington State. You know, this whole land is going to be desolate, man. And it's going to be by the way of those missiles. So it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. See? So this place is going to go out through violence. Even the build up to the destruction of America is going to be hell, you know, by the way of the said perils the Lord spoke of, by the way of the famine, you know, insurrection among men, you know, different pockets of race wars and civil war, ultimately to that world war, you know. So this place is going to pretty much, matter of fact, let me jump up on this, because the Lord pretty much wanted it was a chronological order how Babylon was going to be overthrown, you know. Yep, this is Revelations 18 and verse 7 said, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. See? Because this place was at ease. You know? It's an out for everything. You know, on all levels, either what is food, you can goddamn get you a house, you can order you a car. It's an out for everything, even box, man. You know? So how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. See? So that's the just weight Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna bring upon this place. You know, all this glorifying herself and living deliciously, you know, now you gotta trade that in for torment and sorrow. It said, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. It said, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. See, so to let you know, these plagues is pretty much a build up to the ultimate plague, which is the missiles, man. It says death and mourning and famine. See? And she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. See? So ultimately, you know, this death and mourning and famine, which is gonna be mass death, there's gonna be many ways how these people are gonna be put to death. But ultimately, she gonna be utterly burned with fire by the way of those missiles, man. That's gonna be like the grand finale, like, you know, the ultimate fireworks show, pretty much, man. You know, this is how this place is gonna get overthrown, and this is not like this is gonna be this it's not just gonna be everybody that's what's the word I'm trying to use. It's not like this is gonna be in the dark about how you get news 2 weeks later America was destroyed. No, this is actually gonna be pretty much. Matter of fact, let me continue on. Matter of fact, yeah, it said, in the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. See, so America's gonna be a reproach before all the earth, man. You know how they try to put Jake in a bad light. You have these certain movies. You know, you got these certain stereotypes. You know, this devil put on Jake. You know, and it's put forth throughout the planet Earth. You know, but when this destruction comes, everybody's gonna see this, man. I tell you, the kings of earth, they're gonna bewail because and lament because they ain't gonna be able to make no money. You know, but ultimately they're gonna see the destruction of this devil, man. You know, but the point is that America's gonna be destroyed, man. You know, by the way of this thermonuclear war. This is how this you know, people say go out with a bang. Well, literally, America is gonna go out with a bang, man. You know, matter of fact, this is Baruch 4, and bear with me. Yep, this is Baruch 4 and 31. It said, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall." And we very well much in this process now. We actually in the beginning stages of the miseries, you know, becoming more intense, man. You know, it says, "Miserable are the cities," which that word cities is a key word to let you know it's talking about America. "Miserable are the cities which thy children served." See, miserable is she that received thy son. So those are different plagues, you know, which is ultimately as each day go by, it gets more and more intense, man. Which that ultimate misery is going to become by the way of those missiles, man. It says, For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. See? It says, For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. And yeah, and that's why now, you know, these Americans don't have pleasure in these days. The pleasure of America has been taken away. You know, you can't get no pleasure from this place. You know, that horse, she have grown old. You know, it's pretty much like throwing a pencil in the hallway. You know, so they let you know she has ran her course. So what's the next step? Take her out, man. And that's what the Lord, we in that time where the Lord is about to do that, man. It says, For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. See, so to let you know this is an aerial attack, man. It says, Long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And that's ultimately talking about when, you know, when the smoke clears and the dust settles, it's going to be nothing but desert creatures to inhabit America, man. This is going to be the world's largest desert, man. You know, but it says it's going to be from fire that come from the everlasting, which is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, commanded those missiles to shoot over here, man. You know, because this is the main target of the Lord is America, man. You know, other parts of the world gonna get hit, but America is the target, man. You know, that's the target, man. You know. As a matter of fact, this is Jeremiah chapter 51. Matter of fact, I start at 1. It says, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. See? And what else could that talk about? But of the nuclear winds. You know? It says, And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. See? And that's what the other nations, they gonna pretty much shoot missiles over here, man. You know? It said, Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. See? The ones that got nuclear capability. Because each missile that was created, it had a specific target, man. You know? They weren't just built and you come on the fly. So who should I send this missile to? No. Each missile that was created have their own specific target. Matter of fact, let me get some real quick. So this clearly lets you know this is of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. Let's see. Yep. This is Joel 2 in verse 7. It said, they shall run like mighty men. See? They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. See? So that these missiles gotta if they come, they're gonna come in a certain formation. But they got a specific target they're gonna hit, man. You know? They got a specific, and they let you know this is the Lord of hosts, man. You can't that lets you know that he's the Lord of the armies, man. It lets you know that everything is of his disposal, man. You know, because if he's the Lord of the armies, the Lord of hosts, what's the ultimate weapon for all the armies of the world? These missiles, man. So that's an army within itself, man. You know. So let's go back to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 and verse 3 again. It said, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted up himself in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. See? So that's ultimately what's going to happen, man. You know, this place is going to be ultimately overthrown. It's going to go out in a bang, man. This ultimate fireworks show, man. And who else is finna to sit back to watch this thing but, you know, the tell you, we just read it in Baruch, the ones that Mizra are her that afflicted our sons, man. So the ones that was afflicted and acknowledged it, you know, and is crying out, those are the ones that's gonna witness those things, which is the elect. You know, matter of fact, let's go back to Revelation 18 and just get this real quick. Revelation 18 and 20 said, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. See, so pretty much the elect, you know, the heaven, you know, which is the elect and the apostles and the prophets, you know, those are the ones that are going to be able to get, you know, pretty much court-side seats to the destruction of America, you know, which is pretty much witnessing the grand finale of the thermonuclear war, you know, the end of the chapter of Esau, because the movie don't stop there, man. You know, we actually just going to come into the beginning. You know, this is because with the process of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you know, it tells you that who can stand his power? He show all his power at once. So this is the beginning stages of the Lord revealing himself. You know, starting by the way of his word, things happening, us getting delivered out of certain situations by the way of divine intervention. You know, ultimately the Lord cracking the clouds, you know, and seeing, you know, this destruction in a global level, man. But ultimately here in America, when this whole land is going to be desolate, man. You know, so it's the process even with the Lord revealing himself. This is the beginning stages of that, you know. But, you know, Lord went apart that righteous now. We're going to be the ones to witness, you know, the destruction of America, man. And this thermonuclear war. Matter of fact, this Revelations 15 and 2. It said, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. See? And that's pretty much outside the ozone layer. And that's how, and that lets you know this is going to be the only way to escape that destruction. You pretty much gotta be in space, man. You know, just like back then in the times of Noah, that ark was above the earth. You know, you wasn't gonna be able to escape that judgment, you know, by just climbing up to the tallest mountain, because the scriptures outline that the waters covered the mountains, man. You know, so the ark was above the earth. Unless you was in the ark, you know, you was gonna be destroyed, man. You know, and the same thing in this time. If you here in America and any other spots where the Lord is gonna destroy, you know, send those missiles forth, the only way to escape is by the way of those chariots, man. Because a helicopter or airplane is not gonna escape those nuclear winds and can fly above those mushroom clouds, man. You know? So it said, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. See? And it said, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works. See? What you go into that word marvelous goes into beyond human comprehension, man. Because how those missiles gonna come down, they're not gonna bump into each other. You know, it's gonna let you know it was divine. It was the Lord had His hand in this, man. You know, because they're gonna hit a certain target. You know, even when these different the defense system activate, that's not gonna work. You know, so that word marvelous goes into beyond human comprehension. It says, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord, power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou king of the saints. See, in that song of Moses, back then, what happened in Egypt, that's when the Lord ultimately, you know, put the cherry on top when how he overthrew Pharaoh and his army by the way those waters crashing down on them, man. You know? So this is how the Lord gonna do it once again by the way those missiles crashing down on this devil, man. You know? Let's see, matter of fact, what's that? This Proverbs, which this is justice, man. It's not like, you know, this is just something that's random or so-called just all of a coincidence this happened. No, this is justice. Yahweh Shemel Shah matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Proverbs 11 and 1, it says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. See? So the Lord is not gonna this is the way the Lord have chosen to take this man out, because this is how this man came into power. You know, ultimately through the sword, him, coming up off these different wars and skirmishes, but ultimately, coming to America, because that was that real short season where this man was able to lay back. What was the events, pretty much that kick started the Fabulous 50s? Them niggas dropping them goddamn bombs on them gooks, man. That what kick started the Fabulous 50s, him dropping them bombs on them gooks, man. So how fitting this how this man get taken out, man. So I'm gonna read it again. It said, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. See? So justice, it tells you justice and judgment is the habitation of that throne, man. So that's the Lord where everything is based off of justice and judgment, man. And that's why one of the things it's not far-fetched now. You got to entertain this idea now that this place can be taken out by way of a thermonuclear war. And not just a few major cities hit. No, the whole land is actually going to be taken out, man. This is Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. See? And he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. See? So pretty much how you roll that stone actually gonna come back upon you. That's why I just read the fire gonna come upon you from the everlasting. This is gonna be a aerial attack, man. These missiles gonna come from on high, from on top when they go out of space and they come back down. Matter of fact, is that I think that's Isaiah 24. Yeah, Isaiah 24. And Isaiah 24 and 18. It said, and it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. See? And what's the noise? Which is, it tells you that the heaven's going to pass away with a great noise. And this the beginning stages of the noise, us speaking on it. That's why you got now, it was news came out now like pretty much last year, probably about mid 2020, early 2020, where, you had these different CEOs of these major companies, just pretty much stepping down so they can go into these damn bunkers, man. It wasn't no coincidence that news came out with these elaborate, bunkers, all well furnished. There wasn't no reason why that news came out, because they know that this thing is brewing. Oh, it tells you that the Lord is going to utter his voice before his army. So it has to be spoken first for it to come into play, man. So they fleeing from the noise first by the way of us speaking on it, man. So it said, and it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, see, which is the ozone, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Yeah, because dealing with ICBMs, they come in different stages. They have a certain stage where it prepare you it propels the missile to a certain extent, you know, into space, and pretty much all the way to the last stage where it's just the warhead that's coming down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on this, because that what John seen. We seen those hailstones. That was actually the last stage, you know, of that missile, where it was just the warheads coming down. Because in each missile has multiple warheads. That's where the power is at. You can't count the missiles, because that what people stumble at. The number of the horsemen was 200,000, which is the thermonuclear warheads. The missile is just set up to propel the warheads to a certain target, man. That's just like you have dealing with military, a war. When you have a war vehicle, you ain't just got one guy in there. You dropping just one guy off. No, just like a helicopter, you have a band of soldiers drop out the sky, or even a tank. You even got more than one person, in a tank, just any type of military vehicle. The drop off band of soldiers, it's a band of soldiers. It's not just one soldier you dropping off. So that's how it is with these missiles, man. So this is Revelation 16:21. It said, and there fell upon men, see, so that let you there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, see, from the sky. This is where the destruction is going to come from. A big part of it is by the way of those missiles. It says every stone about the weight of a talent. See, so pretty much John seen the last stage of the missiles, those nuclear missiles, man. It says, and men blaspheme the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. Yeah, because ultimately this is going to lay the whole land out. It says that the garden is going to be as the Garden of Eden before them, but behind them a desolate wilderness, and that's going to be pretty much